Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to lecture 5 and hopefully the last lecture on chapter 5 of metal casting. As usual, we will do a quick review of what we covered in the last lecture, lecture 4, so that you are up to date mentally. We will continue today with expandable mold, expandable pattern casting, talking of lost foam casting and so on, and then a new technique called investment or lost wax casting. Once this category is over, we will start the new big topic of permanent mold casting, basic permanent mold casting, the steps, advantages and applications, the thing called pressure casting, the most important in this category called die casting, its machines, hot chamber and cold chamber type, its molds, metals, properties, applications, advantages and so on. So after sand casting, this will be the major one that we will cover to some extent. Then the other techniques of permanent mold type, centrifugal casting and semi-centrifugal casting, squeeze casting, casting of single crystal parts and rapid solidification. And we have prepared some slides for you as a self-study towards the end of the chapter. So let us see what we covered last time. We were in the steps that are required during casting. So after pattern making and so on, we talked of then melting and pouring, then clean. And then here with this huge, very nice big diagram and an example of a complicated casting, all the sand casting operations, all the operations we discussed in a lot of detail. We divided that big figure into and then this part, right, until you get the final casting. So we explained all the steps with core, with everything in a lot of detail. Then additional steps after solidification, trimming as a removing the core if the core has there, surface cleaning and inspection. So all the steps in the actual molding, and then heat treatment after casting if. So that was the end of a very long coverage of sand casting, which is the largest method. After that, the other methods of expandable mold permanent pattern, shell steps in shell molding, again with different advantages and disadvantages of shell mold. Then plaster mold casting, its advantages and disadvantages, applications for this method. Ceramic mold casting, its mold. Then the vacuum casting, its figures, its advantages and disadvantages. So this covered the expandable mold permanent pattern. Now a new heading started, expandable mold, expandable pattern casting, where the pattern will also be lost. We started with lost foam evaporative pattern casting, right? Another set of figures to explain it to you more. So there is where we stopped last time. We are in lost foam casting, right? Where we use a very soft polymer which will completely vaporize. We are still continuing with the same. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this one? I'm repeating it. We covered this slide last time. I'm repeating it. Advantages of using polystyrene process, right? Polystyrene is the very low cost polymer that is used to make the pattern. The pattern need not be removed from the mold. You see, if the pattern is to be removed, you have to have the draft and this and that, and you have to make the cope and the drag in such a way that the pattern can be easily removed. Here the pattern will just vaporize. So it simplifies and speeds up the mold making, because the two mold halves are not required as in a conventional green sand mold. So this is important, that because it will vaporize, we don't need to do it in two parts, we don't need to remove it. So the sand mold making process is very fast. Disadvantage, a new pattern is needed for every casting. So though they say it is a disadvantage, but as I told you, polystyrene is very low cost, and we have sheets of polystyrene, and just using even a simple knife we can cut the patterns and so on. So economic justification of the process is highly dependent on the cost of producing the pattern. So this is always there, that when the pattern will not be used again and again. If we are a 500 casting, 500 patterns are to be made, but in this particular case it is good enough. The thing is that with because we have to cut it from polystyrene, so we have to cut any pattern which can be directly cut from a sheet, right? So all patterns cannot be cut with large complexity and so on. What are the applications? Mass production of castings for automobile engines. My goodness, right? Big thing. So there are different types of castings in automobile engines, and we can do it for a mass production for a large number of parts. Automated and integrated manufacturing systems can be used to mold the polystyrene foam patterns and then feed them to the downstream casting operation. We already showed you that we can make a tree, a cluster of 5, 6, 7, 8 patterns at the same time, so that in one box we have 8 castings, right? So all those things can be done, and this is actually done for a large number of actual real parts. You will hear the word lost foam casting or evaporative pattern casting quite a bit, and the surface finish is good and the final dimensions are pretty good. With this, we go to the next method of the expendable pattern type, where the pattern will be lost. This is either called investment casting or lost wax casting. Investment casting or lost wax casting. As is the name there, this time wax. You understand what is wax? Anybody? You have heard? Yes. You know the word shama, right? Where it burns and burns and the wax keeps on melting, right? And it was used for hundreds of years. Now, of course, you have light bulbs and so on. So that is made of wax. And in England and in America, many places, there is a very famous museum, Madame Tussauds Museum, and they have wax figures of all the famous people around the world. So wax is used in a lot of things. In medical applications also it is used. So that is wax, right? That is wax, right? It keeps on it keeps on burning away, and the light burns and so on, right? So here the pattern is made of wax, and then it is coated with a refractory material to make the mold. Refractory means high temperature resistance, after which wax is melted away prior to pouring the molten metal. So do you understand that first wax is very easy to mold, and you heat it very slightly and it starts to almost melt. So wax is very easy to shape into any shape, and at low temperature it melts away, as you see in a candle and so on. So you make the pattern of wax, and then a sand slurry or a ceramic powder slurry or so on is coated onto it and that coating becomes the shell mold or whatever you call it, and then when you heat it, the wax will melt away and the mold will remain. The word investment is very strange here. Normally investment means I am putting some money, I have invested some money somewhere. But that is why, because I wondered always that lost wax casting is a very good name. But why do we call it investment casting? So I looked into the meanings. So there is one other meaning which was very surprising for me. Hopefully you will also be surprised. Investment comes from a less familiar definition of invest, to cover completely. Invest means to put some money in an operation, and right, to invest, to put some money in a bank. But invest also means to cover completely, to cover completely. So here, because the lost pattern will be covered completely by the slurry, right? So which refers to coating of the refractory material around the wax pattern. So here investment means to cover completely. I don't know, you see, under your dish dash and so on, you wear a small cotton material on your upper body, that is called vest, V-E-S-T, vest. That is called V-E-S-T, vest. So I then realized that, you see, we call it vest in English, right? Under your shirt or under your dijdash, what you wear on your upper body. And I never wondered why is it called a vest. So this vest is covering your body, right? So now I realized. So now the meaning of investment casting is very nice, that the wax will be covered by the coating. It is quite a precision casting process. Precision casting means that the surface finish and the dimensions will be very good. The surface finish and the dimensions will be very good. You will not have to do any finishing operations after this. And it is capable of producing castings of high accuracy and intricate detail. So this is again one name after sand casting. Sand casting you will hear everywhere, but this investment casting is again one name that you will hear a lot if you go into casting, because it can do very good surface finish, very complicated dimensions and everything very well. Steps, right? So here number one, wax patterns are produced, right? Whatever pattern is there, you made it out of wax, and wax can be easily molded into any shape you want, right? Then several patterns are attached to a sprue to form a pattern tree, right? Just like the earlier one, we had a cluster. Here they are calling it a pattern tree. So the cluster also means there are many things of the same part together. Pattern tree also means there is a tree. So there is a sprue, and from the sprue there is a gating system to each one of them. There is a gating system to each one of them, right? So you make single patterns out of wax, but then you construct a cluster or a pattern tree, so that at the same time, once it is there in a box, at the same time you will get 4 castings, 6 castings, 8 castings and so on. And then once you make it, the pattern tree is coated with a thin layer of refractory material. So you dip it inside the refractory material, it will be coated. So now the pattern is made of sand or ceramic powder or whatever, right? And then this thing, full mold is formed by covering the coated tree with sufficient refractory material to make it rigid, right? There should be enough amount. So now you can see this shell. You can see this shell, right? So this shell is now there. Inside it is wax, and inside here and outside here it is coated by the refractory material, which can be very fine sand or very fine ceramic powder or whatever. So now this is your mold, right? And once it dries out, then this has a very good shell mold type of thing. Now you heat it, right? You heat it. The mold is held in an inverted position, right? You do it upside down, so that when things melt, they come out. So inverted position and heated to melt the wax and permit it to drip out of the cavity. So now if you see, the tree is there, and the tree is only with the shell molds. But there are multiple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, multiple molds at the same time. And finally, the mold is preheated to a high temperature, so the mold becomes very solid and strong. And then the molten metal is poured and it solidifies, right? So first you heat it a little so that all the wax drips out. Once it is dry, you heat it, bake it so that the shell becomes strong. Once it is there, you invert it again into normal position, and now you pour the molten metal, and after solidifying and so on, it will dry out, right? Break it and so on, right? And of course, as we are now showing, the mold is broken away from the finished casting and the parts are separated from the sprue, right? So this is the investment casting or the law.